Hello, and welcome to a new series I'm starting called Obstructing the Obvious, series where I try my best to solve a Sudoku. Um, but my methods of solving or talking through it is likely going to obstruct you from finding the correct solution. Um, you cannot tell this is a parody series of Cracking the Cryptic because I've been watching their videos for about 4 years. Um, but yeah, so can I give a quick introduction to this puzzle? This puzzle is a puzzle that I found scrolling Logic Master Germany at school, as one does, and I 4 tries over 2.5 hours over an entire school day, and I could not solve it, which is really weird because it's a one-star puzzle with a seemingly pretty easy solution. But every time I would get closer and closer to the end, and then be like, "Well, this digit has to be both a 7 and an 8, or a 2 and a 3, so it would just be broken." So hopefully, since the theme of the puzzle is the number 5, since it's my 5th attempt, I'll be able to solve it. Before we get into that, birthdays for today. Some random girl from my school. I do not know your name. All I know is that it is your birthday today, and I hope it's a good one. But let's get into the rules. So, well, that's bright. We turn that down real quick. That's not the right button. So, normal Sudoku rules apply. So we have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every box, every column, and every row. And German whisper. Adjacent digits on the green German whisper line must differ by at least 5. So on these green lines here, which we have 4, digits that are adjacent to each other must differ by 5. So if that digit was a 1, that digit would have to be at least a 6. And then digits separated by a V must sum to 5. So these two digits, since they have a V in between them, must add together to be 5. So those are the rules. If you want to try this puzzle on your own, the link will be in the description. Here I go. So let's get obstructing. So we start at the top. So first thing to look at in German whisper puzzles such as this is, well, first of all, you can never put 5 on a German whisper line. To say that digit is a 5. Say that digit is a 5. Well, what are these digits supposed to be? It has to differ by at least 5, or if I go down, that digit is going to be 0, and 0, although I can put it in, is not a valid Sudoku digit. Or if I go up, it has to be 10, and 10 also is not a valid Sudoku digit. So 5 can never go on a line, which means that along a German line, all of the digits are going to be alternating from a high digit, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a low digit, 1, 2, 3, 4. And another thing we can do with that is along these V sums, there's only 2 ways to sum to 5. So there's, you can do 1, 4, and you can do 2, 3. Those are the only 2 ways to do it following Sudoku. So either way, you only have 4 options. Those are the 4 low digits. So I'm going to do a bit of coloring here. I'm going to say that the green is for low digits. So all of these digits that I've highlighted, since they are along a V, they must be low digits. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'll use red for high digits. So you can see along this line, this digit is a low digit, a digit below 5. So this digit must be a high digit. And we got alternate again, low, high, low, high. You can do that along the rest of the line. Then over here in the column 2, we already have 4 low digits, and it doesn't matter. You can't have more than 4 low digits in any one column. So all of these digits have to either be 5 or they have to be a high digit. They have to either be 5 or a high digit. Well, we can't put a 5 on a German whispers line as I described earlier, so all of these digits along the line must be high digits, and then we can again finish coloring this line. And now before I put any digits into the puzzle, I want to do a little bit of coloring. So we'll look at these 2 lines and how they relate to each other. And I don't know Like for example, this digit, I don't know if it's high or low, so I'm gonna switch colors. I'm gonna say that's orange, and we don't yet know if orange is higher or low. I'm just using this as a placeholder. So we know that they must alternate along the line. So here we can see that it's alternating from orange to blue. Well, and we can take a look here. It doesn't matter what blue is, no matter what blue is. Blue has to be that digit. Because here we're going to have two of one color. So if I use, we have to have across these three digits, two of one either high or low digits, and then one of the other. And since we already have three blue digits, that means that the one digit, the digit that we only have one of, must also be blue. Then we can also finish coloring in this line here. Now, what we can do is we can look at this row, and we see that we have three low digits in the row already. Well, if orange was a low digit, that would work, because then we would have 6 digits, and we can't make 1, 2, 3, like 4 go across 6 different cells, because then we'd have to be repeating digits. So we know all of our orange is high digits, and all of our blue is low digits. And using that, we're actually able to get our first digit of the puzzle, because 5 in row 5. Well, where does it go? Can't go along any of these. We've already determined that all of those digits are either low or high, so that it must be 5. And then also I'm going to be coloring that blue. And then in this box we only have 3 high digits while we have 4 low digits, so that digit must also be a high digit. Now is where I'm going to start to forget exactly what I did. So these two digits, one must be low and one must be high. So we're going to have one low digit and not high digit, because there's already 4 high digits. I misspoke. We're going to have one low digit and one digit that's a 5. And we don't know which is which, but we can see that in this row, 1, 2, 3, and 4, we have 4 low digits. So how would that be low digit again? We only have 4 of each. So that is a blue and the blue and a 5. So then we know the blue must go up here. In fact, we don't even need to draw that light, since again, these two cells in this box, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 low digits, so it must be 1 low digit and 1 high digit. And all that also we can see in this box, but also in this row, this digit must be a high digit 2, 4, 4. So now, I think is where we are going to start plugging in numbers. So I feel like I can do more. Sort of. It's fine, I can continue coloring. So all of our green digits must be 1, 2, 3, or 4. And all of our red digits must be 6, 7, 8, or 9. Now, another thing with the German whispers, if that digit is a 6, oh, I still have conflict checker on. Let me turn that off. So if that digit is a 6, well, what is that digit? Well, it has to be 5 away, because it's on a German whispers line. So that digit would have to be a 1. So if we ever see 6 in a puzzle on a line, we know the adjacent digit has to be 1. But this wouldn't work, because then that also has to be 1. We have 2 ones in the same box. So that digit cannot be a 6, and we can apply that same logic quite a lot of places throughout the puzzle. I'll pencil mark those in real quick. And then, yeah, digits like this can still be a 6, because even though they see 2 cells, these 2 cells don't see each other. So if that is a 1 and that is a 1, the puzzle is not broken. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing with the low digits. If that digit is a 4, well, how do you get 5 away from 4? You can't go to negative 1, so you have to go up to 9. However, if both of those digits are 9, that's again going to break Sudoku, so we can do a similar thing with 4s that we did with 6s. That's all. that can't be 4, and that can't be 4. So we've gotten another digit. I'm going to finish pencil marking or pencil unmarking these 4s. So in this box, where does 4 go? Well, 4 can't go there because it would see 2 9s. 4 can't go there because it would cost 2 9s to equal each other. 4 can't go there because it would cost 2 9s to equal each other. That must be 4, and then we can take 4 out of that pencil. Now, another thing to know about numbers is that if we ever have a 3 that sees 2 digits and those 2 digits see each other, for example, like here is 3 sees those 2 digits, and since those 2 digits are in the same column, they must see each other. Every 3 must have an 8 9 pair, because to get 5 away from 3, you only can get 8 or 9. If they see each other, they can't be the same, so they have to be both 8 and 9, which might be helpful. I did not get stuck this early last time. Let's take a quick look at these 3 digits. This digit already sees 4 green digits, so that is either a high digit or it's a 5. Now, this digit sees 3. That, as of right now, can still be altered. And same with that, it is 1. We can't even see it. Oh man. It's probably something obvious if you know anything about Sudoku. You'll like be screaming at your screen. I swear this is not so. Yeah. So let's take a look at column 4. No matter what we do in column 4, 4 can't go there, and 4 can't go there, so 4 must go in one of these 2 squares. Now remember, 4s are German whisper lines. Have a special property where if I have a 4, both of the adjacent digits must be a 9. So that's a 4, that's a 9, and that's a 9. If that's a 4, that's a 9, and that's a 9. So either way, this digit right here is going to be a 9. It means that we can take 9 out of the field of our pencil marks here. Now, since that cannot be a 9, that is not able to be 4. And in this column, where does the 4 go? Well, the 4 has to go here, which means that since this is a 1 or B, whichever one of these is a 4, it has to go with a 1, so that's going to be a 1 4 pair. It's going to cause this to be a 2 3 pair, which means this can no longer be a 7, because if that's a 7, both of those have to be 2, and you can't do that. And that can't be a 6, because that can no longer be 1, which means that has to be the 6 in this box, and then we can move to marks. Now, if that's a 1 4 pair, how would that digit ever be a 6? The answer is not, because if that digit is a 6, that digit and that digit are both forced to be a 1. Now, if both of these digits are forced to be a 1, where do we put the 1 on this domino? You can't put it anywhere because there's a 1 there seeing that square. There's a 1 there seeing that square. So that domino won't be possible. So that digit cannot be a 6. Now, we have a 7, 8, 9 pair, which means that whatever those 2 digits are, we know it's a 5 and a high digit, but since there's already 3 cells here that are a high digit that are not a 6, must be part of 6 pair. That means that we can take a 6 out of that square. Excuse me. And the only place we can put a 6 in this box is right there. So that is a 6. That 6 forces that to be that we can take out quite a few pencil marks, including here, making that a 4. That being 2, 3 weeks back. Can't 6. 1. Not have 1 there. Can't have a 1 there. That not being a 1 means that's not a 4. Those are both 2, 3, and they won't look at that. So this was a 2. If this cell right here was a 2, that cell and that cell both cannot be 2, which means both have to be 3, and you can't do that. Same logic applies to 3, so that must be 4, which makes that a 1. That makes this a 2, 3 pair. I'm starting to see a little pattern here where there's a lot of cells that can only be a 2 or a 3. Now, that cell has to be a 1 because it already sees a 2 and a 3. So, take 1 out of those, we can take 4 out of those. So that cell, yeah. So, let's do a little bit of theory crafting. Oh, that's not the right word, but whatever. If that cell right here, well, I'm going to do something simpler, neither of those can be 6, because that can't be none of those cells. If that's a 6, that would have to be 1, and that can't be 1, so that's not a 6. If that's a 6, that has to be 1, that can't be 1, so that's not a 6. As I was saying, if we make this cell a 5, oh, never mind, that does still work. 6 has to go up here. No, because it can go right there. I lied. Still looking like that can be a 6 because those are both 1. Ooh, I got another digit. That cannot be a 7 because 7 has a similar downward constraint as 6. Where if a digit is a 7, wait, I lied. Both of the digits surrounding it have to be a 2. And that still works because those digits love each other. But here, that 7 seems 2, 3, and 2, 3. Both part of a pair, so that can't be a 7. And now, since in this box 7 has to go there, that cannot be a 7. Now I'm actually going to I'm going to start labeling my 2, 3 pairs. So in a 2, 3 pair, that digit, we'll call that digit A. That digit, we'll call that digit B. Have to be different. But now, digit A and digit A, well, we know that can't be the same, so that has to be digit B. And that digit B sees that A, so we can continue filling this in. That A sees that, so we get B, A, B. Then where does A go here? That, oh well, do something simpler real quick. There's a 4 there, so that can't be a 4. That's a 2, 3 pair, so that has to be 1. Yeah, there's a B there, so there's an A here. Now, there's a crucial piece of logic that I'm missing right now. Oh, I'm missing. That has to be a 1, 4 pair. because it sees a 2, 3, right? And since this sees a 2, 3, like if that was 2, 3, that cell couldn't exist, so that has to be a 1, a 4, so I can take 4 and 1 out of there. That's a 2. Well, we can't label it because we don't know what that cell is. We do, however, know that one of those two has to be A, because that's an A, and that's either A or B. That has to go there. Let's do some more game. If this cell is a B, B, A, B, B, 1, B, if that is B, or that's an A, that being okay, yeah. So if this cell is an A, that cell must be a B. Then we take this B, we look over in this box. Well, this B means those cells can be. Then we also have that B, which means those cells can't be. Then that B means those cells can't be. And that obviously can't be. So then that would be our B. But now, where does B go in this box? This B sees down here, so it can't go down there. This B sees up here, so it can't go up here. And we know that there's not a B in the middle because it's high, high, or 1. So that can't be an A. Therefore, we have B, A, B. Then we have those are B's, and those are B's. So that is also a B, which rules it out from being a 1. And because there's a 1 there looking at it, how do I not see that? And then also in this box, 1, 1, 1 before 1's looking at the box. That must be the 1 right there. A in this box. Also interesting because we know none of those are A. That A makes it so it sees that, and that A sees that. So one of those two has to be an A. It's that one. Because this cell right here is here, and we know an A it can't go here in this box, so A must go here. So that can't be an A, which makes that a green. It makes that a 2, 3, and now that cell, because it sees 2, 3, both parts of the 2, 3, has to be a, which also makes that a 9. Either of those can be a 9, that can't be a 9. And also we're wondering up here where that A goes. Well, can't go there because it sees an A. And then also, 1, 2, 3, 4, that was an A, that would be the 5th green, and we can't have 5 greens, so that is A 2, 3. So in this box, one of those is a 4 and the other one is an A. And B in this box. B in this box has to go up here. Because that B and that B take out those two, so we have all 3 of these, but that B and that B take out those 2, so that has to be. That is looking very likely that it's a 6. I'm so sorry that I'm so quiet, but I'm struggling to see where to go next. Hmm. Are you guys able to hear me? We have a special guest here now. Hey, Percy. Come here. Hopefully that special guest will help us here. In this row, we need to place a blue. Mm. Man, I'm struggling. Okay, so I think we need to look pretty bold. And that's okay. So let's think about it. That cell is red. It's gonna force that to be blue, that to be red, that to be red, that to be blue, that to be blue. Force one of those to be blue. Doesn't have any effect here though. Okay. And if that's blue, then we have red, blue, blue, cat. That wasn't helpful. I need to go let my cat out, so I'll be right back. Okay, I have returned. Um, so I guess I can start labeling like that, that. Each of these cells must either be blue or red because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 greens, so it can't be green. We only have 3 reds, so we have to fulfill the next red without going over. So that one, 2. That's almost. Huh, that really looks like it wants to be a 6. I can't prove it. Sorry again that I've gone so quiet. I just saw something. So here, one of those two digits has to be 4, and that has to be 4. So we know in this box, one of those 2 digits has to be 4. But there's a 4 there, so that can't be a 4, which means that that is a 4 and a green one. That also gives us another cell that has an opportunity of being a blue or a red, but I'm not going to put so mark that in. That cell must be red. So I'll pencil mark that one in. If that's a red, it has to be a 6. Also, because there's only 2 left, I suppose we'll pencil mark that in. Means none of those can be blue, because in this box, blue has to go in this row, which means that the rest of the row must be red. And it already sees a 9, so it can't be a 9. All of those can be blue, so I don't really help with that. These must be composed of a blue and a green, white, red, and green. These 1, 2, 3, 4. So those must be green, and the 1, 4 pair of that. If neither of those are 5, that's 5. Ah, that's it. Or that's something at least. Yeah. If neither of those cells are 5, 5 must go here. But also, because that's not a 5, 5 must go here. And since that's not a 5, 5 must go here. But, oh, no, that does work. Because then we would get 5, and then that line. Just do a quick check, just to make sure I haven't made any egregious mistakes. Whichever one of those is green, so 1. 4 must go here, so whichever one of those is green must be 4. That can't be a 6. If B was 3, I would place a whole lot of 8s. Like a whole lot. I don't know yet, those 2 digits are also only ever 5 or 6. Oh, well, pencil mark it in. It's not. I just need, if I can place a few more 5s, then I'll be able to get a lot more coloring in here. This is a 1-star puzzle, and yeah, I'm still super up. Man. If we start looking at 7s and 8s, well, okay. I got a digit. I know because of that 4 pencil mark. One of those 2 must be a 9. So that cannot be a 9. Then we have a 7 and 8 pair staring at an 8, 9. But it can't be an 8 anymore because there's 7, 8 pair. So that's a 9. That can't be a 9. These 2 must be a 9. One of those, no, I lied. Neither of them can be a 9. Because of that, so we have a 7, 8 pair now. Staring at that, that's a 9. Which puts 9 in this right there. Also because of that 7, 8 pair. That's a 9, which takes a 9 out there. 7 and 8. C9. Starting to get to the point where there's only so many places left if I can place like 7, 8 there. I'm probably gonna start labeling those. Yeah, so I'll use C indeed for this. C, D, D, C, D, C. Yeah, so a D has to go with an A, and a C has to go with a B. Because whichever one is 7 has to go with whichever one is 2. So we know that C goes with B. So that's a B, that's a C. Oh, is that broken? That logic wrong? Where do we put C in this column? Yeah, it must be wrong. How? What? Because that C sees this box, and that C sees this box. I'm still right, yeah. See, this is what I was talking about when I said I would let. I turned conflict checker off. Why do I still see conflict? That's why. So that is not a 9. I'm going to see that otherwise. Still, okay. 9 here has to go up there, which means that's not a 9, which means that's not a 4, which makes that a 4, and then a 9. Got all the 9s in puzzle? Yeah, it is. That being A takes that out from being A, which makes that green A, 2, 3. Never guess. Base however 5, 6. Same with these. 5, 6. We have 5, 6 pair there that can no longer be a lot of 5, 6 pairs. Okay, I'm gonna go back to this. C and D in this column. Really interesting. Let's look back at that logic. Could B2 ever go with D? Oh, it could. X2 can still go with 8 in scenarios like that, so we don't actually know that that's a C. In fact, by that logic, where we put C in the column, it must be up here. But D's already in the column, which means D in the box. Can't go there, can't go there. That has to be a D. Does that mean D has to be A? That might. I'll think more about that later. That seems right. Also, I was looking down here. 1, 4. Bit of that 4, so that solves that. Which also solves this. Let's see what we can close to. I don't like labeling it like that, so I'm just going to take that out. like C and D are for 7 and 8. We're all at ones placed. All at fours placed. No, we still can place this forward. So now all the fours. I don't think any of the twos are placed. I think that is what I need to find that I had just never found. Well, that can't be blue. That's either red and a blue or two reds. Sorry, I'm getting stuck again. I feel like I'm really close. Yeah, in fact, what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to look at this. Because all across the puzzle, I see B goes with C, B goes with C, D goes with A, D goes with A. The only breaks are right here, right here. What does that mean? Well, if D was 7 and A was 2, would this work? No. Yeah, so D is the only cell that sees A and B. That means all D cells that we have found so far, D has to be 8. That's also means that's also, which means that's also, which means that's also D. In fact, that's all of our 8s. Go over real quick, make sure there's no blue. Now that means that all of our C's have to be 7. So that's a C, that's a C, that's a C, that's a C, that's a C. That's a C. That's a C. That's a C. Let's see. Let's go for C's. Those are all set. Now, all of our B's. Must be 2. All of our A's. Must be 3. And now we just have 5, 6 galore, don't we? Oh, that solves it. 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5. Yes! I'm really happy with that, actually. That should not have taken 42 minutes. Oh my gosh. Oh, I didn't know I could look at replays. That's cool. Let's take just a sec to make it pretty. So first of all, that view. Then we have this view. For those of you who want to look like this. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that actually. That was a really fun puzzle. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that was a button. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I am going to hopefully have another Sudoku I'm trying out this Sunday. This was a 1-star Sudoku. It took 42 minutes. The one I'm going to be attempting is, I think, a 4-star. It's Trick or Treat by Scojo, and got about 30 minutes in, and I found some cool breakthroughs. I think that it's a really cool puzzle, and I really want to try it out on camera. So, doing that. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. That's the first episode of Obstructing the Obvious, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.